Okay. It's your boy Brandon Chung, man, and I'm back at it again, man. I'm back at it yet again, man. So we're reacting to Meet Kevin, his video. If you don't know who Meet Kevin is, he's a real estate YouTuber, finance YouTuber. He's at the top echelon of the whole YouTube finance industry, if you will. Very intelligent guy. He does stimulus check update plus various other investing and real estate videos. He's a great follow. So I'm reacting to his video. It's October 16th. So I'm gonna get reacting to it. And so I'm a sports card YouTuber. So if you want to like and subscribe, ooh, that'd be a lit one. And if you want to comment in that Brandon Chung comment section, but nonetheless.
Hey everyone, me Kevin here. Here's the latest on stimulus. Speaking to Democrats, Nancy Pelosi reiterated that right now they have, quote, maximum leverage with the GOP. That means Democrats believe they have the maximum ability to hold out for the biggest possible package over Republicans for the sake of the American people. But in the meantime, we're waiting. She also used a horse racing metaphor, saying we should be whipping the lead, not whipping each other. This comes at the same time as
same people who saying, hey, we should be giving out stimulus checks. It's the same people who not giving us stimulus checks. Oh, that's great. You use an excellent horse racing analogy, but that does not reflect your actions. Come on now. Lack of cohesion within the governmental systems. Get it together and just give people their money. And help out the homeless people. Help out all these desperate people who actually do deserve it.
President Trump says it is still possible to get a deal done before the election.
I hope so.
He said this again during his town hall yesterday. But Trump thinks that Nancy Pelosi is to blame, and she's the one who doesn't want to give money to the people because she doesn't want to give Trump a win before the election.
Oh my God.
Trump says it actually would help Nancy to have a win before the election, that Trump doesn't need the help in so many ways.
Okay. So he's saying, hey, Donald Trump saying, hey, people need their money. Let's get it. Screw this whole election thing. But yet the YouTube algorithm, everything on the internet is election. And the real problem behind the scenes is, like I said earlier, homelessness is 26% in California. That's where Kevin live. I mean, it's everything. It's kids that are under distress. It's families that are under distress. Unemployment rates are high. People got to settle for minimum wage. Yeah, we talking about damn elections. Come on. And he said, hey, this lady. Donald Trump said, hey, this lady. If you get the deal done now, it's going to help you out. So why do you not want it? Come on now. Donald Trump play a good chess move there.
Donald Trump also says he will get Republicans on board if they strike a deal with Nancy Pelosi. That is, if Trump strikes a deal with Pelosi, Republicans in the Senate will come on board. This comes at the same time as the Federal Reserve again reiterated today that we need more fiscal stimulus sooner. The latest research shows that support from unemployment is wearing off. Take a look at this chart.
Bro, the Federal Reserve, if you guys don't know, it's like, I guess you call it the main agency that handles all the macroeconomic policies within the United States of America. So they determine the national, like federal interest rates, and they control other stuff like that, and they get money. But even they said, hey, we need to get the stimulus checks out sooner. That's basically what they mean. So unemployment people, all the government support is wearing off. Yet why we raising taxes? Everything is like backwards.
Here
opposite
that shows
world.
Us when the supplemental payments expired and the median checking account balance ratio from January. Basically, how much money people have. And this right here, this line, is where the unemployment payments dropped off. And you can, well, presumably here, I mean, as expected, you could see that people's account balances are starting to decline again to where they originally were back at the beginning of the year. And
bruh, you see all this? You see what the problem of the United States of the Americas is? Look at all this. They say in July, people who, were unemployed earn, this is one problem I have, earn 2 times pretty much the amount that employed people have. And that was a problem with me. since I quit my job like before the whole, virus happened, I got no money. And it's like, but what if people got laid off before the virus? They screwed. But unemployed means you lost your work because of the virus, which so there's a whole bunch of faults and there's a whole bunch of behind the scenes within even this graph. And now look, all the liquid assets, that means the cash money, ain't nobody really gonna receive it. The stimulus dropped heavily. But there's so many people in need of this. Man. And the other thing is because the housing is too damn much money. The housing and inflation is ridiculous. Apartment inflation is damn ridiculous. And people losing their jobs, and people are not gonna even get discounts from mechanics or plumbers or electrical things and anything. Come on, and property tax. Oh my gosh.
And that's not good, especially if you are still unemployed. And then these were people who were receiving unemployment. So this is a sign that people's buffer is wearing out. If Nancy Pelosi does not win with a complete sweep at this election, that is, they get the House, Democrats get the House, the Senate, and the presidency with Biden, then Nancy Pelosi might also lose the leverage that she has now. Right now, she needs Trump to push Republicans to get this deal done as soon as Nancy and Trump make a deal. But if Trump loses the election, Trump might not be motivated to get a stimulus package passed again and might sandbag it during the lame duck session until January. So getting a deal done before the election is much more important because every power dynamic changes on the day of the election.
Oh, I can't stand this sometimes. He make it really clear. He said power dynamic. That's an important word. Oh, the government, a president and a Congress, whoever, why y'all having a political fight? Why y'all trying to be selfish? You know what I mean? Hey, people are hungry. Feed them. Damn, it's your people. But it's not, though. So basically, what he's talking about, Nancy Pelosi, I guess she's the head of something. I don't even know politics. But Nancy Pelosi, she said we got maximum leverage, which means we got all the power. If it's all blue up in them governments, we got all the power. But what Kevin is saying, if you don't get the deal done now, and Donald Trump does get reelected, dude, he might just sandbag the whole situation, which means delay it, because he already the president. He don't have to do no stimulus check to win over people. Then they might extend the whole thing until January, and we gonna have cold, struggling winters.
Larry Kudlow says today that if Nancy wanted a deal, she could get enough Republicans on board herself to get the deal done. In the meantime,
that ain't true. I think all the Republican people, the red people, they say, man, this Nancy. Hey, she go on, I don't know much about politics, but hey, she go on CNN and then she try to argue with just a host. Hey, come on now. If we can't even have a peaceful discussion and disagreements, we can't do nothing in this country. We can't stop screaming at each other and start loving more. Come on now. Sounds simple, but there's
Let's take a look at Nancy Pelosi's latest letter. This letter came out yesterday. I will just give you the short version of it. Nancy Pelosi bags on Mitch McConnell for saying that states should go bankrupt. People are suffering. Mitch McConnell...
What the fuck? Yeah. Sorry, my lord. I be cussing, but... waiting for businesses to go bankrupt. Whoa. Sports car people, y'all better be listening to this. Y'all small businesses go bankrupt. All y'all local car shops, be careful with this whole thing. Hold on. I'm gonna play that in slow motion. Yo, child, please. What the huh? Oh, go slow.
Version of it. Nancy Pelosi bags on Mitch McConnell for saying that states should go bankrupt. People are suffering.
Oh, Mitch McConnell, sorry. So whoever Mitch McConnell, he's a senator or some or senator or something. He said states should go bankrupt. No fan. Hey, you live in a state too. How about your state go bankrupt first? How about your state go bankrupt first and then see what happens? So you're telling me? Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Suffering.
Never mind. I'm not even going to get into it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Kevin, you can talk. This one is my apology.
Mitch McConnell laughed when he was asked why he said we should pause. I played that clip yesterday. And now Nancy Pelosi put it in a letter. And this is the still frame they chose of Mitch McConnell. Anyway, Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats want us to know that help is on the way.
No, it's not.
And that the next package will be safer, bigger, and better, and it will be retroactive.
Bro, that's all red flag. Every time the government people say something like that, it don't happen. Think about it. All your teachers in school, they say stuff like that. Oh, it's going to be better. It's going to be this. And then later they say, oh, no, it don't happen. Everything government I ever seen, I ever witnessed, it's been all like, we're going to give you grand, extreme promises, and we're never going to fulfill them. They can talk the talk, but they cannot walk the walk for some reason.
She says that Republicans are to blame, and that...
Ain't no Republican. No, stop. Just stop it with this whole two-party system. It's just totally dividing the country in half. No. Hey, let's start loving. Let's start opening. Hey, look, we can get both positive things from both parties and things. Shut up and just let's start conversating and understanding each other more. Now,
all Democrats want are some minor changes to the language, and we are eagerly awaiting that from the Republicans. However, even if the minor languages are changed, there are still issues because Nancy Pelosi is holding out for the following. More state and local government funding. I think she's holding firm at her $417 billion. Republicans are at $300. Tax benefits. Those are the child tax credits for adults and people to be able to get earned income tax credits if they have children or if they're childless. So a lot of these additional tax benefits are up in the air. The Republicans would rather give a $1,000 stimulus check for children dependents rather than the $500 that Democrats are giving. But Democrats want thousands of dollars worth of tax credits for, again, childcare or earned income tax credits.
Okay. Either way, whatever the Democratic or Republican, it is both governmental assistance, and either way, honestly, it's good for the people. I'm not getting none of that, but but you know, when you're thinking about women and when you're thinking about children, they gotta get the money, man. At least a little bit. I mean, down. But I mean, that's great. You can give us tax credit. But what you gotta chill out with is the food inflation. Oh my goodness. Food inflation is up 4x. So your purchasing power with all these tax credits is a fourth if you're just trying to buy food and survive. A fourth. Man, this is terrible. So eventually we're gonna be in a situation where it's like, hey, we ran out of other people's money. Let's just...
Then Democrats here also mention more support for small business and childcare funding, which I thought we were on the same page on small business, so I'm surprised this is in here. Childcare funding is still about a $28 billion gap between what Democrats and Republicans want. Ooh. And Democrats today are calling the liability protection provisions radical liability provisions that the Republicans want. It basically makes it impossible to sue for getting COVID in the workplace or as a consumer. And Democrats want those worker protections or consumer protections.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Democrats want those worker protections or consumer protections. And when you look at all these numbers, here's my own one problem. By the way, Meet Kevin's doing a fantastic job. You get all this money. What the hell you gonna do with it? What I seen through the government examples through this century is they do not execute with the money they have. Other countries execute far better based off just simple research than America. Yeah, vulnerable small business. And this is weird they're not on the same page when they said before they on the same page. See? People have fucking backwards. Just give us the direct truth. That's why Brandon Chung, that's why I'm trying to give you guys just straight up what it is, truth. Because that way we could be on the same page. Healthcare funding, You got to get that up, but you got to get more, spend your money more efficiently. Like, look at India. They spend money efficiently. Like, certain programs have more money than GDPs of, second world countries.
That the Republicans won. It basically makes it impossible to sue for getting COVID in the workplace or as a consumer. And Democrats want those worker protections or consumer protections. On the market, retail sales jumped 1.9% in September, but much of this year was driven by white-collar workers' income, which has improved, but not an improvement by people who are getting hurt most by this pandemic.
The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. That's what the homie said. Let me say it. The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. You invest in all these various public companies, especially these IPOs. Go look at their earnings reports. Go look at what the management team making. I bet all them CEOs and all them high level executives are giving themselves bonuses and things like this as they are taking away dividends into the shareholders' pockets. Come on, dog.
This is why we're seeing that K-shaped recovery, where you've got real estate doing well, you've got stock.
Anybody don't know K-shape? This is where this is the economy now, right there line. And then where it go? It either go up for some industry or down for some industry. So the problem with this is either your industries are doing really well or really terrible. There is a difficult baseline, difficult medium.
Stocks doing well, but you've got most people getting screwed, waiting for support from the government, and the government is dragging their feet. This K-shaped recovery is a sort of bifurcation in the market. So while retail sales did beat expectations, they come at an asterisk. Many people are still suffering, and they're getting buried by good numbers from rich people spending money. On COVID, search trends for COVID-related searches have again ticked up in the last couple of days. This comes as we hit a new single-day high in recent months of 65,327 cases with 793 deaths. I'm going to show you quickly the heat map in case you have not yet seen where cases are.
We're talking about the whole virus now.
Heat map of cases currently with a
Hey, look at some of these mids here. My apologies to deposit. Look at that's crazy.
Substantial heat around, obviously, the Midwest.
Holy crap.
Furthermore, the World Health Organization published a study suggesting that remdesivir, Gilead's therapeutic for COVID, is not effective at reducing COVID deaths. The study has not been reviewed, but definitely comes as a blow to Gilead. Former Governor Chris Christie was apparently in intensive care for 7 days and had access to Eli Lilly's monoclonal antibody cocktail to help him recover.
You heard that? Now these politicians getting extra care because they more important. Every people is the same people. Why we got certain celebrities and influential figures getting a way better treatment? Come on, no.
That's what I've got for today. Thank you so much for watching. Get your 2 free stocks with Webull. Link down below. Deposit $100. Get 2 free stocks.
All right, that was a great video. That was a great job by Meet Kevin. So basically, I'm gonna like that video for sure. But basically, right here, man, so how does this affect sports card people? Hey, man. If the stimulus comes now or in January, that's when it looks like a stimulus check is coming. And it looks like they will get one just to appease the people. But the problem is your purchasing power is a lot less because a lot of goods are being inflated heavily. So maybe Ray Dalio is right saying cash is trash. So sports card people don't just use your stimulus checks for sports cards only. Like, diversify it into a little bit of gold but a lot of saving your money. A lot of saving all them stimulus checks. If you get one. I'm probably not getting one. And if there is a increase in the sports card market and if Graham Steph and all y'all listening, Pokemon people, the Pokemon market, if it rises because of all the stimulus check, y'all better get worried. Because the Pokemon card market is being heavily inflated due to artificial factors, and this is very scary because artificial, once it hits the real returns again, that's going to be very low. Anyway, it's been your boy Brandon Chung. Okay. Until next time.